Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, it's Rafegal. We are going to play some more Earthbound today. We're heading into the... Oop. Maybe not. Okay, as I was saying, we're going to head to Summers. We're officially at the halfway point in the game. We've got 4 of the sanctuaries. We're cleared through the original cities, and we're going to be heading into the exotic and far-reaching locales that the game has left. For me, this is past where I usually got in the game. I never owned this game as a kid. Most of my playthroughs of this were from rentals. So I've played the beginning of the game multiple times. I've played through the very end of the game a couple times from a save that was on that cartridge. These late middle sections are stuff that I never really got to as a kid. I've only played through most of this once. Wonder why such serious-looking kids as you would come to this resort town. You're spoiling the atmosphere. They do look very serious. Like, when you look at them from the front, like, from the side, it looks like they're smiling, but when you're looking at them from the front, they have this very stoic look on their face, which is kind of interesting. Speaking of stoic, we're not going to be able to do anything there yet. There is a shop here. Let's talk to some people. How annoying. Why are you wandering around? This is a posh resort made for adults. There's a big monster living in the sea between here and Scaraba. I've seen a picture of it. Welcome to my store. Okay, so we have some items here that are available. However, it's kind of weird because they're super overpriced. Now, we have a bunch of items coming up that we're going to be buying at different points in the next few sections. So we're going to buy a couple items here, but we're not going to go over the top. Namely, we're going to buy a couple lucky coins. So, let's see. And coin of defense, coin of silence. I want to say the Mr. Saturn coin is still the highest. So the lucky coin is the only one that's not available later at a discount. All the other stuff we want, we'll be able to get later. So my thought process here is, let's just get these, just a couple of them. We don't even need we don't even need all of them right now. Oh, hey, that's an enemy. So we have a bunch of... Oh, hey. That's an extra big bottle rocket. Basically, I'm really not worried about our equipment that much. Getting some good defensive equipment is nice. Like those coins. Upgrading weapons is increasingly less important as the game goes. It seems weird. If you're bored, go check out the Scaraba Cultural Museum. It may be helpful to you. They have a hieroglyph from a pyramid. Another nice day. Summers always has sunny days. Only a tanning pro like me is able to get an actual suntan on the palms of his hands. Wow. Okay. That's a special kind of special. You can kind of wander around a little bit, talk to some people. Hospital doesn't look like it has anything. I think there's supposed to be like a hotel somewhere here too. I do know where we're supposed to go. I want to actually like talk to people and get the interactions so it makes sense. But yeah, no. Like regular fights, we're still using physical attacks a lot, but for bosses especially, there's almost no reason to use physical attacks. So buying weapons is really mediocre as an investment. We have, you know, our big bottle rockets and our other stuff like that that's really powerful. There we go. Like, especially for Jeff, and I've been looking at this more and more as I was going through. I've got my notes done for the rest of the game at this point, and like Jeff and Paula especially, it's like you can spend a bunch of money upgrading their equipment every single opportunity. But then when we actually get into a boss fight, it's Jeff uses big battle rockets, Paula uses freeze. Thank you again, Mr. Ness. Oh, see. So we've got Pokey has been here. They won't let you sit down, but they'll give you an order to go. We don't actually have a lot we want here. Again, stupidly expensive items. We're simple kids. We don't need these fancy things. I'm actually a surfer, but you can't surf at this beach. I should become should I become a porter so I can get tips from all the old folks? Oh, okay. Actually, real quick, where are we on gear here? Or, healing items. Yeah, we are down to very little. In that regard as well. That's okay. East of here is the port town of Toto. No, I'm not a billboard. Go to Scarabo, you need to cross the sea. However, a monster named Kraken lives there. You scared? No, not really. Across the sea, there's a town called Scarabo. It's a mysterious town. It's my dream town. I think we're gonna grab another skip sandwich DX. Oh, that's right, I was supposed to wait on that. It doesn't matter that much. I have room. I'm a grave robber. I was scared of the pyramid and Scarabo, so I didn't go in. But I tell people that I saw mummy-type monsters with my very own eyes. Would you like to go on a boat ride? I don't feel like sending a ship out. I'm worried about my wife. I'm not afraid of the Kraken. My wife's totally ignoring her magic cake business. These days she spends all her time hanging out in a strange club. We no longer have any mutual interests to discuss. Is our relationship over? You know the Stoic Club in Summers? You need to call it secret number for a reservation if you want to get in. What? Yeah, I'll give you the secret number. I want you, though. It's a very strange place. So now we can call Club Stoic. Oh. Hello, Jeff. Oh, happy day. I finally got a hold of you. Oh, Jeff. It's me, Tony. I'm collecting players' names for a school project. You know, players, just like you. That's right, you, the one holding the controller. Could you register your name, please? Yep, that just happened. Thanks, game player. Thank you very much. Is this correct? Yep, it is. Don't put my friend Jeff in any dangerous situation. I worry about him, I really do. Jeff, I hope I can see you again when you're feeling up to it. From Tony. Got that? Well, I've been on the phone too long. Gotta go. Good luck. Take care. So long. This time I'm really gonna hang up. Goodbye. So we don't really get any clear direction here as to why we would want to go to Scaraba. I'm sure there's something laying around here, but I feel like it's kind of like they tell us that we need to get to Summers, and then there's nothing here. Like, there's no clear indication of where we need to go next beyond people talking about Scaraba. I wish there was a little bit more. There may be one NPC laying around here somewhere that gives you that clue. I just find it really odd that that's plays out the way it does. Oh, no phone here. Need to find a phone. Maybe we have to go into the museum to get the clue. Mumble, mumble. Why would Mr. Spoon from the Forside Museum call me? I bet he just wants to brag about something. Well, let him try. I wonder what he wants to tell me. Dare him to try and upstage me. Oh, pardon me. I was just talking to myself. There we go. Chubby kid about your age. He looked like he was awfully wealthy. He was being extravagant. So, Pokey was here for something. Your room is being remodeled, so I can't show it to you. Well, I usually don't show this room. Once you hit adulthood, you'll understand. I do, however, like jewelry. Perhaps a little, say, under-the-table deal would be in order. So we don't have any jewelry right now. We know that Pokey was in here for something. We don't know what. Again, there's no real clear indicator. Would you like to make a reservation? Certainly. We're looking forward to having you. You have to call from the side ahead of time. Didactically speaking, seminal evidence seems to explicate the fact that your repudiation of entropy supports my theory of spacetime synthesis. On top of this, I'm irrefutably confident. I finally awakened the inner me, the true self. The patrons of this club are able to stare into their own soul hard enough to burn a hole into their psyche. I'm now comfortable enough to stare at the real me, the true self, and burn the impression into my superego. I want to be in this comfort zone at any time, all the time, or at no time. My id is telling me. You guys can't envision the final collapse of capitalism? Incredible. You know, I really want to eat some magic cake. It's a mysterious work of art. I can't get that cake off my mind. There's only one woman who can make magic cake. She's hanging out in this club. Yeah, she's over there at the entrance. Blah, blah, blah. I think it's a very complicated issue. Oh, sorry, I was sleeping. Show? It's already started. Everyone stares at the stone on stage and philosophizes. Doesn't it sound stupid? don't understand what the heck everyone is talking about, do you? I don't either. I try to be patient with the customers. They pay high prices just for a glass of water and the chance to have serious intellectual discussions. Actually, it's an easy business. You want a drink? We only serve water, though. Oh my god. Magic cake? You came all the way here to eat my magic cake? I see. Okay, why don't you stop by a little cart out on the beach later? So, I've heard two things with that area. One of them is that it's a commentary on people who take themselves too seriously, basically. Which makes sense. Basically, just that kind of people who want to seem smarter than they are, people who come off as ironic, or and serious and all this stuff. The other one is that the fact that they're sitting there using all these big words and stuff could also partially be because a lot of this game is meant as from the perspective of a kid. Oh, also we have more drugs. Much like the cup of coffee, we are now going to have a fever dream. Except for this time, we're getting a character out of it. So yeah, the fact that they have like the blah 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 in there is kind of... I'd made the reference earlier that it's kind of, or that there's kind of this Peanuts feeling to the game, where it's from the perspective of kids and the adults kind of are useless or irresponsible, or you just kind of hear them rah, 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 rah. House of Pooh, the Crown Prince. The time has come for you to undertake your final trial. Go to the place of emptiness and endure this final test. Go quickly. Okay, brain food lunch, couple life noodles, and brainstone. What is immortality? Is it everlasting life? I'm so lonely without you. I'm gonna grab all the items as we go through. So Pooh's are gonna be our fourth character. A little bit of characterization here that Pooh used to be a kid who played with all the other kids, and now he's has to be in training and it's too serious. I don't think we have money? Yeah. Much like when you're solo with Jeff, you don't actually get money. So Pooh is kind of unique in that he is the only character, so because of his training and his culture, he doesn't have any... I guess we'll go over here just quicken. Statues of rabbits are blocking the way. You know, just randomly. Okay, so our master disappears, and we climb up here to the place of emptiness. You must come back with me instead of staying in such a place as this. Your master wishes it. Please rise. Much like with the Belch's password, you just have to sit here. And this is one of the places where the game gets really, really screwed up. I'm the spirit of your lineage. To complete the trial, I'm going to break your legs. You will use the use of them. Do you accept this? Yes. You cannot walk as your legs are broken. Next, I will tear your arms off. I shall then take your arms and feed them to the crows. The taking of your arms, do you accept this? Cut your legs and your arms. You can only lie there. Next, I'll cut your ears off. You do not mind taking away your hearing, do you? Do you accept this? And then the music stops. No legs, no arms, and no sound. By floating words through the air, I must ask you, do you care if I take your eyes? Do you want to live in eternal darkness? I shall seal your sight. Do you accept this? So, Prince Pooh, now I can only communicate directly with your mind. Your mind is all you have left. In the end, I will take your mind. But you probably don't want to allow that, do you? So you can't answer. You can't even move. Are you sad? Are you lonely? If you lose your mind, you also lose any feelings of sadness. Do you accept this? I will take your mind, Prince Pooh. Know that I will possess it. I have no idea how this game made it to the US. And I don't know how it got presented as for kids. Because that scene has always struck me as bizarrely out of place and except it's not out of place. It's the kind of thing that fits with the tone of the game. Because the game does have lots of these really dark themes to it. But this kind of like that's a really creepy scene, and it's really, really gruesome even. But I suppose it's okay because they aren't... I don't know. Like, it feels like it could be... evil entity that controls all wickedness is preparing for the greatest struggle. The only ones who can challenge you are 3 boys and 1 girl. One named Ness, the leader of the 4. One of the boys is you, Prince Pooh. Now that you've completed your training, search out Ness at once. And Pooh gets some levels. He's still very much lower level than the rest of the party. But we get teleport beta. My name is Pooh. I'm the one who will fight beside you. I'm the servant of Ness. I will obey Ness. Ness, my life is in your hand. And that's the end of Pooh's characterization. I am not kidding. Like, he basically doesn't have much interaction for the rest of the game. Honestly, Jeff doesn't either. Like, none of the characters have a lot of significant growth or trials or whatever. Like, you don't ever get to hear Jeff's reaction to Dr. Andonet's awful treatment of him or anything like that. Okay. So Pooh can't use regular equipment. he doesn't get any weapons. I don't believe he gets standard armor. Let me double check just to make sure if you can actually, like... I actually don't know. Like, none of the stuff I was looking at was really clear about it. I know he has unique gear that he gets later. The other thing is Pooh cannot eat regular food and get stuff out of it. Yeah, no, his defense drops to 0 when he tries to equip any of that. So yeah, Pooh is odd. The stuff we've got here is as far as his equipment goes, is all okay, but most of them are only really usable, are the things that only he can really use. I don't think we actually need the Brainstone. I don't think it actually does anything. Pooh can only heal with stuff like Rice Gruel, and water is only for, or water heals his psychic points up. Oh, also, you know, he randomly has a tiny ruby. So, like I said, Pooh is level 18 and the rest of our party is level 40, 35. We're actually going to go ahead and just continue pressing through for now, despite the fact that he is so low level. We're going to do a quick Escargot Express check. I think we can get by without the Brainstone. I don't want the deli sauce right now because it's expensive and versatile. Yeah, Pooh's lack of equipment has always kind of struck me as a really odd thing. Especially in the context of the game, because you'd expect if that were the case, he'd be, like, really powerful somehow without equipment. But he's about on par with everybody else? Like, he's not, like, significantly better than everybody else in some way that makes him awesome or something like that. We want to do Brainstone, Brain Food Lunch, and Deli Sauce. And we're doing that just to make room, because those are all, like, literally that's what we're stocking up on at the end of the game. There's some of the best items in there. 25,000 in the bank. Okay. We still need a lot. Oh. So now that we've got this ruby, we're going to go in and talk to the curator, who has the love of jewelry and is willing to make an under-the-table deal. Oh, the samurai kid is here? Will he be giving me that gem? Rich kid from Summer came to Summers from the helicopter. He took pictures of the hieroglyphs. I got lots of money from him. Oh, and there's randomly, monsters here. So for Shattered Men, we're pretty much just going to do our standard fare here. Big bottle rockets. Psy-freeze. And we got a mummy wrap, which is you have a decent chance at getting one. Speed went up by 4, nice. Yeah, the main stats we want for Pooh are gonna be like speed and defense here. We're gonna see if we can get a couple mummy wraps by fighting both of them. We're getting close to where we want to be on, or to the point where we're gonna be done with big bottle rockets. Not there yet. And we got another mummy wrap, nice. Speed went up by 4. Very nice. Who's probably going to get another couple levels. Like I said, we mostly want to see big boosts to like defense. HP and psychic points are great. Oh, we actually want to like do the thing here. To fight against the invaders, we built this pyramid fortress. However, our efforts were futile and we lost. Our pyramid was protected by the gods of Scaraba. The invaders will be reborn every millennium and will attack again. Even now, the invaders hide beyond space and time to build their evil stronghold. A place out of time is beyond the dark and is even further than beyond the lost underworld. The deep darkness is shrouded. It is still without light. Only one with the Hawkeye can pierce the dark. The Sphinx now watches over everything, waiting for the coming of a truly brave hero. And we see a little pattern of numbers. Dance in front of the Sphinx. Let's go to Scaraba. This pyramid is the key. And I think... Nope, we didn't actually get a copy of it. Thought we got a copy. Oh well. Oh, there we go. Here's a picture of the hieroglyphics for you. We're studying so hard. So Mummy Wrap is very similar to a freeze attack, except it has a higher chance of successfully paralyzing your opponent. What? Mr. Fork of the Scaraba Cultural Museum? Doesn't sound like you. Well, I'll quickly tell you my story because I'm a busy. Found something so extraordinary that mere words cannot do it justice. What do you mean, who am I? Don't you recognize my voice? It's Mr. Spoon from the Forsyth Museum of Natural History. I'm not exaggerating this find. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. It's outrageous. Okay. So we get the clue, and part of the trick with this is that clue is pretty much the only hint you get about now being able to backtrack. Which is fine. I don't think we need it. I wanted to double check how much the tarts were, because yeah. We have a couple more sections here coming, or a couple more things to buy coming up. Like I said, actually a significant amount of purchasing in the next few sections, including a really big purchase at the end of Scaraba, which we can technically space out. It doesn't have to be all at once, but that's how it works. Okay. So, we are going to use this as a good break point here. We're going to pick back up next time, heading to Scaraba. We're going to fight the Kraken. And I think we're going to be heading to a few of the backtracking locations after we get to Scaraba. So before we go do the pyramid, basically. Hopefully you're still enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.